I'm Lisa Mejri with Remax Top Producers, and I am here today with Veronica. She is a hypnotherapist and a life coach. Thank you for joining me today.
Thank you for inviting me.
You're welcome. Would you do me a favor and just describe to me, what is a hypnotherapist and life coach? What do you do?
Hypnotherapist is a holistic method of helping people deal with a variety of issues that affects them in a negative way. So for some of the examples could be anger, stress, weight management, anxiety, just to name a few. So what happens is that you're put in a deep relaxed state and tapping the subconscious mind. And that way I read a script to you and I give you guided imagery. And through that, I'm able to help you remove or fix your trauma or whatever we're working on. So normally it takes about from 4 to 6 sessions to reach a goal. But it's very individual, and it all depends on the person and the goal we're working on.
Okay, so we had spoken a little bit before this, and you mentioned that some of the goals kind of can be to overcome a trauma, or to lose weight, or to increase self-esteem.
Right.
What were some of the other examples that you had given me?
Anxiety.
Anxiety is one, that's right. Limiting belief is one that we had talked about as well. Okay, so why did you choose this? What motivates you? What made you decide to open this business? What made you choose to go into hypnotherapy?
Because I think it's a service that's needed in the community. Many people don't know about it, don't know what hypnotherapy means. And when I first heard about it, I just fell in love with the idea of helping people and in the natural way. That's the thing, because people take pills for everything, anxiety, for stress, for weight management, and this is like the natural way to go, and I just love the idea. And people have a lot of myths and a lot of beliefs that are not true about hypnotherapy, and so we're working into educating the public and letting them know that it's totally safe, totally natural, and it's the best way to go.
So one of those myths you had shared with me, sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off, but one of those myths that you had shared with me was that people feel like, as being, if I don't say it correctly, correct me, but if you're hypnotized, then they feel like they're not in control of their body anymore. Is that correct?
Right. That's what people think, but it's a big myth. You're put in a relaxed state. You're not hypnotized to where you don't know what you're doing or what you're saying. You know exactly, you're listening to what I'm saying, and you're not doing a lot of talking unless I ask you something. We've done all the talking during the interview. So you're in total control. You can get up at any minute. You could be, during the session, you could be with your eyes open or closed, and you're in total control. And some people think that the hypnotherapist is in control and something's going to happen, or they're going to say something that they're afraid of saying, or I'm going to find out a secret or something like that, but that's never going to happen because you are in control. You are in control the whole time.
Okay, thank you for sharing that with us. So what has surprised you the most about being a hypnotherapist?
Surprised me? Well, I would say how uneducated people are. When I was going to school, I had one of my big assignments was to get a group together, and I attracted them by saying, I'm going to give you stress management tips. And so the group got together, and I did. I gave them the stress management tips, and at the end I said, okay, we're going to do a little relaxation exercise, and I did a group hypnotherapy. And so at the end I said, congratulations, you've attended the first hypnotherapy session. That's what it is. And so they're like, what are you talking about? No, what? And I said, this is what it feels like. That's what it is. People are surprised. I was surprised that I'm still surprised that people don't know what it is and are so afraid of it. And so little by little we're trying to, like I said, educate the public and just let them know it's a beautiful experience. It's very relaxing, and I practice it myself. I videotape myself and I listen to the videotape, so I hypnotize myself because it's such a beautiful, relaxing experience that very different than any others. So I'm still surprised at that. And I'm also surprised at how quick you can reach a goal that you've been working on for years, months or years, and here in a few sessions you're able to reach the goal. So that's very shocking to me.
So along those lines of reaching the goals, just can you share with us one success story or your favorite client that you had that you really helped get through that breakthrough that they were working on? Without saying any names, because we want to keep privacy, but can you share with us something a story that will motivate us and encourage us?
Well, there's a few stories, but I'm going to share this one because this is very exciting to me because it was the first time that it happened. So there was a woman that had anger issues, and she loved her mom, but she felt this anger, and she couldn't understand why. So that's the reason of her sessions for coming to me. So what happened is that I had to do an age regression because consciously she couldn't remember when she started to feel those anger issues. And so I started to ask her during the interview, when was the first time that you remember that you were angry? And she just couldn't remember. So at that point, I had to decide, well, I have to do an age regression during the therapy because we can do that. So sure enough, I did the age regression, and this was my first time doing it. And of course, I learned it in school. We practice at school on each other, but it's different to work with a client. So as I did the age regression, it turned out that something happened when she was 2 years old with her mom. And she kept it in her. She kept that anger in her. And she was an adult and she still had that anger. So when I did the age regression, of course, we were able to tap into that and leave it in the past. On top of that, the mom was already dead. And she still felt that anger, but she couldn't understand it. She wanted to get rid of that feeling. So we got rid of that. She was able to understand. She couldn't understand why, and she couldn't ask the mom why she did what she did, but she was able to understand and forgive. So we worked into the forgiveness, into the anger, and then she finally felt relieved and appreciated the therapy. So that's one of my favorites because when it happened and I did the age regression and she was telling me, oh, I see me and I see my mom and I'm like, what are you doing and what are you wearing? I was asking her because I thought maybe she's just saying it. And as she was describing the situation very vividly, I was like visualizing what she was living through. And after the session, it was like, oh my gosh, I did it. I did an age regression, it did happen, and it was successful. So it took a few sessions for her to be able to remove that anger, but it worked. And so she'd been living with this for over 30 years, and she finally got rid of it.
Wow, that's a great story. Thank you for sharing that. I love it. That's great, yeah. Okay, so you also said that you're also a life coach. Yes. So that's a little bit different than hypnotherapist, correct?
Yes.
So go into your life coach aspect. What is the difference?
Life coaching is helping you reach a goal also, but it's not I'm not tapping the subconscious. You're totally conscious. You're sitting up and we're talking like this, and we're trying to reach a goal also. And as I was explaining to you earlier, if you come to me for a hypnotherapy session, I might suggest that you need a life coach session. Or if you come to me for a life coaching session, I might suggest you need hypnotherapy.
Depending on whether it's a subconscious thing or a conscious thing, correct?
Exactly.
Okay.
So if I'm working with you on your self-esteem because you don't feel well on your self-esteem, and we're working towards that, and everything's been solved, and you still can't move forward because you have this fear and you don't understand what fear you have and why, then I would say you need hypnotherapy so that I'm able to remove that fear that you have. So that's when they both come in together. And same thing with hypnotherapy. I might say, okay, now we've worked towards this. Now you need life coaching in order to motivate you, or in order for us to make a plan, and for you to tell me, what you can do, what's your inner voice telling you, and I'll coach you through that, meeting once a week. Life coaching and also hypnotherapy are once a week sessions.
Okay, well, thank you so much for sharing all of that with us. It's great information. I hope you guys all learned a lot about this. I know I did, because I was just like many that you have described, didn't know much about it. So thank you for sharing that and enlightening with me, and I hope you guys all got a lot of information from that as well. So what is the best way for someone to reach out to you and contact you if they needed a life coach, or if they are interested in knowing more about hypnotherapy? What's the best way for them to reach you?
Well, I have Facebook, New You Healing Hearts.
New You Healing Hearts.
Facebook, and also email me, New You Healing Hearts, New You, not Y-O-U, just a U. New You Healing Hearts and New You Healing Arts, because I started with healing arts, because hypnotherapy is healing arts. So I started with that, and then I changed it to Healing Hearts. That's how my business is registered, New You Healing Hearts.
And is there a phone number they can reach out to you as well? Or just by email?
I prefer email right now because I don't have a number for the business number yet.
Okay, not a problem. So reach out to her via email or Facebook. It'll be linked onto this video as well. So email, Facebook, message her. Make sure you get out to her, get over those limiting beliefs, get to your next goal to live your best life. I'll talk to you guys soon. Have a great day. Bye.
Yes. Bye. Oh, and I also wanted to say before I say
sure.
bye.
Sure, yeah.
So I do individual hypnotherapy and life coaching, and I also do group. So employers sometimes want to treat their employees to meditation, hypnotherapy. It's just relaxation. That's why you have to remember hypnotherapy. A relaxation moment. People love the feeling after a hypnotherapy session, and they love how quick the results are. So I want to say that I could be individual or group, and I do video or phone also, or face-to-face, and I'm also bilingual, so I'm offering it to the Hispanic community as well.
Okay, wonderful.
Okay.
Thank you for sharing all that. I appreciate that. Thank you for stopping me.
Thank
Okay, I'll
you.
talk to you guys later. Bye.